what's going on YouTube? This is God's own DJ, aka God No Wax, bringing you another video. So this time I want to have a quick conversation about marijuana and music creativity and making music or dealing with music and involving marijuana into the equation. So first let me say I used to smoke marijuana. Like a lot of people, I thought it was the thing to do. I thought it would relax me. I thought it was, would help my creativity, things like that. And that's not the case, I don't think. From what I've seen, marijuana makes you anxious. It messes with your serotonin and dopamine levels in your brain and stuff like that. So, and it can cause psychosis and so forth. Like paranoia, like extreme paranoia, that sort of thing. So. I see I'm in a Facebook MPC group or a beat making group, and a lot of the guys on there reference smoking weed or smoking reefer or smoking bud, and they think that it makes them creative, or they think that it's something to do to get high and then get in front of their MPC or their SP404 Mark II and make beats. What I would say is that you don't need that stuff. Like Snoop Dogg and Redman and all these guys, they are paid shields for marijuana. I'm sure they do smoke it, but it's not for everybody. It's not good for everybody, you know what I mean? And I think for most people, you could do without it. Everybody could do without it who's smoking it right now, you know what I mean? You can meditate. I know it sounds cliche, but you can meditate. You can get yourself to a level of frequency vibration where you don't need nothing like marijuana to make you feel any type of way, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be doing a podcast on my homeboy Airtistic MC pretty soon, and I'm gonna go into that a little bit more on that podcast, as far as meditation and different techniques and different things you can do to help yourself feel better as a person, you know what I mean? And to enlighten your mind and that sort of thing. But I just wanted to say, because what reminded me was I'm drinking coffee out of this cup. This is the last cup I had clean, and this is a coffee cup I used to smoke weed out. Somebody gave me this as a gift, and as you can see, there's the bowl right there. There's the bowl, and then here's the pipe part of it right here that you smoke out of. So you put the bowl in there, then you light it, with this little lighter, and you can pull from right here. And you would smoke your weed out there. But I don't use that cup for this anymore. It's just a regular coffee cup, and I really don't use it for the most part. Like I said, it's the last cup I had clean, so before I do dishes. So I'm just drinking coffee out of this real quick. But I would like to know in the comments what you think about smoking marijuana, as far as, do you need it, or do you feel like you need it? Even when I'm DJing and stuff like that, like back in the day when I first started DJing, I would think, okay, I'm gonna smoke some weed and I'm gonna just beat juggle for 4 hours, and I felt like it would keep me focused or keep me in line to be able to do something like that for an extended period of time. But you don't need that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need marijuana to do that. If you're meditating, if you're exercising, if you're lifting weights, if you're taking care of your body in at least halfway decent manner, you don't need marijuana to do anything. You know what I mean? That's a fallacy, and it's a program. People have been programmed to believe that sort of thing, that marijuana helps them with this or helps them with that. I remember way back in the day, I used to get high and go to the gym, thinking it would help me with my pain so I could do my sets easier and stuff like that. I didn't need that crap, you know what I mean? Like, to lift weights and stuff like that. I didn't need no marijuana to do that. Like, I could do that stuff on my own. Marijuana, I would say, has been more of a detriment in my life than it has been a positive, as far as making me anxious, making me paranoid, things like that. So it's not for me, I would say to each his own, but I don't think it's for anybody. It's just a hustle. It's a fallacy. The marijuana that people are smoking nowadays is not the marijuana Bob Marley and them was smoking back in the 70s. It's much more potent. It has much more of an impact on your brain cells. It's so high in THC that it blows your mind, literally. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, people like Snoop Dogg, Redman, all these dudes, I wouldn't be surprised if they're paid to push that, or they're put where they are to push that narrative to get people or young people to consider smoking weed or marijuana or whatever, just as a narrative. And then, all of a sudden they're legalizing it everywhere. And I saw a video the other day where the government is considering legalizing it on their end. So it's been legal at the state level for a lot of states for a while now. The federal government is going to legalize it soon as well. So to me, the government very rarely does things in our best interest. You know what I mean? Before marijuana was a way to put people of color, Mexicans, black people, Hispanics in jail for marijuana offenses. Now it's a way to control the people, get a lot of them addicted, because people do get addicted to marijuana, believe it or not. Look at all the videos on YouTube talking about their withdrawals and things like that from when they quit smoking weed. It's a hustle, man. So you don't need it to be creative. Like I said, meditate. Focus on your chi, your quan, your chakras. Learn how to cultivate those things, and you won't need any of that stuff. You know what I mean? And if you have ADD or ADHD or something like that, there's other medication you can get that won't make you paranoid, that won't make you lackadaisical and things like that. So you can still function and do what you need to do, and not necessarily need marijuana. So anyway, that's all I want to say. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you think, how you feel about it. Do you feel like you need marijuana to be creative? Have you ever tried meditating or other methods of calming yourself and getting yourself into a Zen state? Does marijuana make you paranoid or anxious? Are you tired of using it? Are you tired of smoking it? Like I said, these albums, the Chronic album and things like that, that's a psyop, It's a way to get young black people or young Hispanic people to smoke, and even young white people, young people of any race, to smoke marijuana, make it seem cool, cool. And then, now they're hooked on it, or now they're using it, and they're, messing their life away. So, granted, it's not as hard as cocaine or heroin or methamphetamines and stuff like that. But it's still a gateway drug. And I feel the reason why marijuana is a great gateway drug is because parents and schools and police with the DARE program and all this stuff tell you that all drugs are bad. You know what I mean? All drugs are bad. And that, hold on, let me get a paper towel real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, so they tell you that all drugs are bad for you, and then when you're in high school or middle school or elementary school, you try marijuana for the first time, and it's not that bad. It's not as bad as they said it was going to be, and you're like, oh, so maybe all drugs aren't that bad. You know what I mean? Maybe mom and dad and the teacher and the police at the DARE program was tripping or capping, and they weren't telling me the truth, and none of the drugs are that bad. So they go and they try another drug, and now they into the hard drugs, and now they're caught up. So like I said, I don't agree with marijuana at all. Like I said, I used to be a smoker, and I used to try to convince myself that it was good and convince myself that I was enjoying it, but it's not, and I didn't, and it was negative more than it was positive. So anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace out.